don't know, I am a VMware solution engineer as my day job, but an Odyssey MC as my moonlight here. And I'm joined by John Scholes. John.
Thanks, Mike. Yeah, I think I'm recovering from VMworld too. Finally getting some shut eye after supporting the hands-on labs that were global as we transitioned from region to region, and now back to my day job as the field CTO for the IBM Global Account Team, and diving into actually some technical content that we covered in the hands-on labs Odyssey competition with some good sessions on NSXT today, and a little bit of TKG and OpenShift and SDDC as well. So glad to be joined here by our winners for the competition, as well as those that threw down the gauntlet and created the content. So Sonny, why don't I pass it to you to do a quick introduction? Michael, then we'll go to you, and then Mr. O'Reilly, feel free to go from there.
Sounds like a plan. I'm slowly weaning myself off of the Rockstar and chocolate covered espresso beans. Got me a little bit twitchy there. So, hello to all of our viewers out there on Twitch. But Sonny, please take it away.
Sure, sure. Hey, I'm Sonny Nguyen. I am the technical account manager for VMware as my main job. But for this particular conversation, I was the captain of the network security portion, which is the semifinal.
All righty, and I am Michael Fleischer. I am a solutions engineer outside of Philadelphia. I was the captain for the final round of the Odyssey tournament here, the Tanzu Kubernetes Grid, or TKG Lab.
All right, and we are joined by two of our winners. We've got Jefferson and Piotr. So Jefferson, maybe a quick introduction of who you are and how you got introduced to Odyssey here. But first and foremost, congratulations on your win. Thanks for competing, and man, you got to walk away a winner. Good job there. All right.
Thank you. My name is Jefferson. I work for a VMware partner, reseller, integrator, pick your term, based in Southern California. I'm physically in Minnesota, so we're trying to pretend it's getting cold. This weekend's going to be 50 degrees hotter than last weekend.
Wow.
That's a shift.
We were 32 last weekend. We're going to hit 80 this weekend.
Why not?
Right.
Been working with VMware for a long time now. Started back in 3.5.4.0 days, right as it got renamed from VI to vSphere. And then over the years, obviously lots with NSX and other technologies in the portfolio.
Awesome. Well, great. And it sounds like you might have had a little bit of an advantage with some history there with VMware, but hey, we've all been working with this technology for a while. Peter, maybe a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, hi everyone. To adjust the information, I was the second in EMEA, so Alexander Nikitin was the first, and I would like to pass congratulations to him and also to Jefferson for the outstanding result. And on the daily basis, I am a security architect in one of the global bank, and also playing various consulting roles in different smaller projects. And also I'm an instructor of public cloud and also VMware technologies. So my main domain is networking and security, and that's why the hybrid topology behind myself. I'm also involved to VMware projects. I think since 2013, 12 or 12 even, where some virtualization projects in terms of data center were introduced to me, and I could integrate it with hardware, physical stuff, and then on top of that build some nice to have features and solutions.
Well, look out, I might have to ask you some questions about how to keep my kids from watching videos as they're doing distance learning from home when they're supposed to be actually paying attention to math and language arts and so on. Let's come back to Jefferson. You've had some history in the VMware ecosystem, but Odyssey is relatively new. We've done this for a couple of years now. Were you familiar with Odyssey, or was this your first time competing in an Odyssey event or seeing what this was? Had you even seen this at a prior VMworld? or
So
other?
I vaguely remember seeing something going on around Odyssey last year at VMworld in San Francisco. If I remember correctly, it was the timing wise, it was sort of at the same time as other sessions that I wanted to be at. So I sort of said, yeah, I'm going to go over there, go to the session. The partner conference, VMware Empower, did an Empower round, sorry, did an Odyssey round also that I participated in 6 months ago, whenever VMware Empower ended up happening this year after it was rescheduled. But I had not done it at VMworld previously, but I had it in Empower.
Cool. And Peter, the same question to you. Were you familiar with VMworld and VMware Odyssey, or was this a first intro to the technology and the competition?
That was the first time I participated in VMware Odyssey, and great experience. I mean, I used many times hands-on labs, so this kind of the content I was familiar with, but not with the competition itself, not with the specific task I encountered during the competition. Yeah.
So how did you guys hear about the company? I'm sorry.
Go ahead, Sonny. Go ahead.
Yeah. I was wondering, just how did you guys hear about the Odyssey competition? Did you guys hear it beforehand, or were you just at VMworld and then found out?
Yeah, I heard from social media from my colleague from VMware, and he announced this competition. And because I like challenges, I took part in Capture the Flag from different companies and competitions, and also that's why I took this challenge. I tried first of all to do some mini hands-on labs, Odyssey edition for security engineer and manager, and based on that I was encouraged to try other tracks. Of course, other tracks were not so easy for me because I'm not so familiar with vSAN, with vSphere new features, but yeah, overall definitely it was encouraging, and that's why I applied and tried to qualify in the first round.
John, I knew it. We had somebody that used our Cerebral Gym that is the hands-on labs that are available through the VMworld.com portal or over there on the VMworld Hands-on Labs site at HOL as in handsonlabs.vmware.com that gets you right into that landing page. So Peter, thanks for using the labs prior and exercising your brain there. I'm sure that helped out quite a bit. But we've got another one of our lab captains that helped out here, Michael. Michael, did you have a question for our competitors?
I do. Very curious for both of you. Which one was your favorite Odyssey lab in this tournament? Was it vSphere, vSAN,
there's a bias.
NSX, or Tanzu?
I'd probably say the vSAN one. I deal with vSAN on a pretty regular basis, both vSAN ReadyNode and VxRail. We do a lot of both of those as a partner. So I work with vSAN multiple times a week at various customers.
Got it.
And on my side, Tanzu was the favorite. Why? Because on the daily basis, I'm involved in networking and security, and I love this topic. So I love the tasks, Son, you did, but Tanzu was refreshing. I mean, this is quite new perspective still in terms of building infrastructure. And as a ex-Cisco engineer, I like still part CLI, so that's why Tanzu included some CLI stuff, commands, hard commands, because too much clicking is too much. So so Tanzu was in that kind a bit refreshing. But all the labs were very challenging. Also networking and security, because that was the first thing, the first moment when I touched AVI networks, load balancer, and also vSAN, vSphere. all the labs were very challenging, and after vSAN part, I was disappointed, and I thought I will not qualify to the next round.
I've got a question that kind of diverts a little bit. Jefferson, based on your vSAN experience, did the labs, are they helpful for you, for somebody that's, you know, an expert with vSAN? Do they guide you through technologies that you use, or that would potentially help somebody that's not familiar with vSAN pick up that technology and learn it?
So are you talking about the HOLs generally, or
yeah, the
specific?
HOLs? I mean, the Odyssey competition is kind of based on the hands-on lab. So what are your thoughts there?
I mean, I find myself going into HOL to check things, to validate a piece. I mean, there's so many features, particularly, I mean, cloud, the CSI driver, for instance. I've not actually worked with that in the field, but we had a little bit around that in Odyssey. So, I mean, I find myself going into HOL to validate pieces of things all the time. I've got access to a lab at my company in our demo environment, and some lab stuff sort of alongside the demo environment. But I probably use HOL more than I use our internal lab. It's there, it's built, I can go use it quickly, and it's going to be in a very stable state, as opposed to who knows what all my coworkers did in our lab.
Right. Good deal.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Well, it sounds
go
like
ahead,
you
Mike.
really recommend the hands-on labs there. So thank you very much. I know there's a huge all-volunteer army that builds those labs, but then we've got some people that are dedicated to keeping those up and running for us. So thank you very much for your use of the labs and letting everybody know about those. I know we've only got a couple minutes left. Let me just ask one question to both of our winners on the line here. I'll let you guys figure out who goes first, but I know you had fun at Odyssey, you won some prizes, but how was the VMworld 2020 experience for you? We're living in a different world. Did the format work out well for you guys this year?
The fact that it was going on worldwide and you had stuff going in 3 time zones may have been bad for my sleep schedule. My wife was saying, okay, I have even further proof you're insane, when I was getting up at 3 a.m. for sessions in Europe time.
I think the format of having discussions at some sessions were very good idea. I mean, to launch some questions directly to the technology owners, to business units. It's a great opportunity. Apart from that, also overall the great event, because there was a mixed combination of live events and on-demand events. So we could, as a participants, listen to some video on-demand content later on, regardless of time zone. So, but specifically, I was focused on the competition. It means that during a day, I had some tasks to do. Unfortunately, I couldn't emerge completely into the VMworld, but during evenings, I tried to do some hands-on labs. Again, hands-on labs are great, even for proof of concept, doing some demos, doing some getting first experience. It's great. So yeah, congratulations, guys, from the VMworld hands-on lab team. Yeah, it's thanks to you. We can extend our knowledge.
Well, yeah, thank you to you, and congratulations to you for competing, both Peter and Jefferson, competing and winning. With that, why don't I throw it over to John to bring us home?
Yeah, definitely. I think one last question, Jefferson, will go to you, and then to Peter. Would you be interested in participating in the Odyssey Labs next year to kind of seal your championship and protect your title? And if so, would you recommend it?
Yeah, I'd certainly recommend it. I mean, it's a good, I like the challenge labs in HOL and Odyssey. It takes it even a step further in my mind. It's obviously not the place you want to start, but assuming it's a good test of how well do you know the knowledge, how well do you know the products, etc. So assuming VMworld is in this format or in person and I'm there, I would probably try and participate.
Excellent. We'll look forward to seeing you next year. And how about you, Peter? Will we see you again in the Odyssey competition? And would you recommend it to your colleagues?
Yeah, I already recommended. On the LinkedIn, I spoke with my colleague and I offered that we can create together a team for the next VMworld. So that's absolutely a rhetoric question. I'm starting next year.
Excellent.
Awesome, planning ahead already. I like it.
Very good. Well, guys, thanks for joining us. Michael, Sonny, thanks for your contributions in developing the gauntlet that we threw at these guys. And Mike, I'll hand it over to you to close this out.
All right. Well, thanks, John. And we look forward to everybody spending some time in that cerebral gym that we have that is the hands-on labs available out there on the VMworld website through the content catalog or coming in via the landing page. Just search using your favorite search engine for VMworld hands-on labs. Once again, congratulations to our winners. Look forward to seeing you at our next Odyssey event at VMworld 2021. And until we can all meet in person, we'll at least meet virtually. So thank you guys very much and congratulations again.
Thank you.